So we move ahead and we talk about the definition of dimensions and move ahead. We come to the remarks on the definition. We talk about the definition of dimensions, which is purely logical. And then we'll talk about complex numbers and universal algebra. Next we'll talk about algebraical generalization of number. Then we talk about definition of complex numbers. So we move on to the remarks on the definition of complex number, and then we remark the same definition as well. So we move ahead to the next topic, which is that of projective geometry. And in our projective geometry, we have got the discussion on recent 3-4 scrutiny of geometrical principles. And then we talk about the projective, descriptive, and metrical geometry. We talk about projective points and straight lines. We talk about definition of the plane. We talk about harmonic ranges. We talk about involutions. We talk about projective generation of order. We talk about Mobius nets. We talk about projective order presupposed in assigning irrational coordinates. We talk about an harmonic ratio, and then we talk about assignment of coordinates to any point in space. And we move ahead and we talk about the comparison of projective and Euclidean geometry. We move ahead to the principles of duality, and as we talk about the principle of duality, we move on to the next topic, which is that of descriptive geometry. As we talk about descriptive geometry, we've got certain contents of discussion on the same, and our content of the discussion will be the distinction between projective and descriptive geometry. We talk about the method of Pasque and Peano, and then we talk about the method employing serial relations. We talk about mutual independence of axioms, and then we'll talk about the logical definition of the class descriptive spaces. We move on to the paths of straight lines. Then we talk about the definition of plane. Then we talk about solid geometry. Then we talk about descriptive geometry, which applies to Euclidean and hyperbolic but not elliptic space. So we move on to talk about ideal elements. We discuss them, and then we come up to the position of ideal points. Next we've got ideal lines. Next we've got ideal planes, and then we've got the removal of a suitable selection of points that renders a projective space descriptive.